Oh, don't do that, Michelle. Teddy'll be in a minute.
Oh, I don't mind. We're finished now. Anyway, it'll probably be the last time I'll be washing up here for quite some time.
Yeah. Well, dry your hands properly. You'll look soft going on a beauty course to London with hands looking like they've come out of a bag wash.
I'm more worried about my face.
Oh, don't talk soft. You look lovely. If I was Teddy, I'd be worried about letting you go.
I can't get over you. Well, you know, not going mad about us living together.
Well, you're both old enough to know your own mind.
Well, that's not what you said when our pet wanted to live with Gavin.
Yeah, well, Teddy's not a dead leg like he was.
Marie.
He asked you to marry him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's good enough for me. Just because you don't want to, well...
Well, I just feel we should both do something proper before...
Has he bought you the ring?
No.
No. Oh, well. You young people do things different these days.
Young people? You're only 35 yourself.
Listen, when George and I started out, it was all very different. Living together was only for film stars and... Well, do you remember that redhead who used to live down our street?
I'm not like her.
No, you know what I mean.
It's... Well, it's going to be like a trial, really.
Like an engagement.
Yes.
That'll be Teddy. Come in, look.
All right. Hiya.
Hiya.
Have you got time for a cup of coffee?
Well,
No, we haven't, Marie. We'll have to get going.
Oh, well, I'll have one anyway.
is that it? I'll take it out to the car then.
Teddy, love, Michelle's told me about the flat and everything, and, well, I know you'll look after her.
Yeah.
So, congratulations then, eh?
Oh, thanks, Marie. Got the keys, Michelle? Just, take it out.
You take care of yourself now.
Say goodbye to George for me.
Yeah, he won't notice you've gone. He's gone up the pub looking for some fella who's going to put him on the clubs.
Well, I hope he finds it.
Hey, listen, I want you to have this.
Oh, thanks.
It's a travelling alarm clock. It was a wedding present for me and George.
It's lovely. Thanks, Marie.
Well, it's more use to you than us. The furthest we've ever been is Pathelli.
Terry will be waiting.
Have you got enough money?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Try, love. Yeah.
What's up with her?
Marie?
I went in there expecting a big punch-up.
Oh, she's been great. And she's even given us a prezi. Travel clock. Mind you, she's shushing me now.
I thought she was going to kill me.
We're going to be great.
Hey, I've done up the car, or hadn't you noticed? I'll give it a full service and I valeted it. The lot.
Thanks. Have you told your dad yet?
About us.
Yeah, about us.
He'll have to wait. He'll be a bit choked about being left on his own.
You've got to get ready yet.
Okay. Hey, just bang the last piece up there, Gail. It looks great.
Oh, thanks, love.
All that room needs now is a new cot. The rest of the paper have put us on the landing. You might be able to get your money back on it.
Oh, I doubt that, love. There's a discount on it.
Shiv, you got the kettle on?
Oh, you're joking, aren't you, love? I've got to get this place sorted out.
Well, why? It looks all right to me.
Oh, you didn't see the photograph Doreen showed me of their place just outside Warrington. It was like something out of Woman's Own.
Well, they'll have to take us as they find us.
You know what I mean.
Sheila, Ken and Doreen are not snobs, are they?
No, they're not snobs.
Right. They take us as they find us.
Yes, but they're not taking you as they find you. Upstairs and get changed now.
Listen, I've had an idea about the baby's name.
What?
Well, I was thinking if it was a little lad, we could call it Ken. And if it's a little girl, we could call it Doreen something.
Will that do us?
What?
I've been working away up there for ages to sign.
It's great.
If Surely you can say you can't have a shop without a sign.
You can't have a shop without change of use permission from the council either. This'll have to be sorted out.
Yes, boss.
Have you finished?
Yeah, have you?
No, I haven't. If you want to get rid of some excess energy, you could take that bed upstairs.
I can think of better things to take upstairs.
The bed will do. It's in the way.
Yeah, well, Terry will do that when he gets here.
Okay.
So, what am I going to do with all this excess energy?
Terry and Michelle take over the flat from today. You can clear some of that junk out.
Behave yourself. Terry's the one that's benefiting. He can do it.
Have you got the keys for it?
Yep. Yeah.
I'll give them to Terry the minute he walks in.
Okay, you do that. And, put these guys as well.
Think of everything, don't you?
Well, you said you were sending them off to Shrewsbury. Better to be safe. You know what he's like, I'd Terry. Dead unreliable. All right.
Hiya.
See what I mean? Dead unreliable.
Well, I said I'd turn up, didn't I?
Here's the keys to the flat, Terry.
So?
If you want to get the bed up there, Barry will give you a hand.
Come on.
This is a check date for next week, Celia. It's the full 2,000.
That's great. Michelle, are you sure?
Yeah, positive. It's a flat more than anything, but I want it to go well for Terry's sake.
Well, what do you think?
So is she going to put £2 grand in, Defo?
Yeah, it's all sorted out.
I mean, you still at work, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought she wasn't interested in the two. I thought she was being dead tight with the will money.
Well, it's the flat, you know.
That's a lot to pay for it.
No. It's private.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah, and that's the way it's going to stay. Private.
Terry?
What?
Celia said she'd give me a lift to the station.
Oh, you sure?
No bother. So I'll see you in a few weeks then.
Right.
Oh, hurry up back, will you? Quite fancy this.
Oh, Barry, I've paid for that.
Yeah, well, what about our 10%?
I'll put it through Heather's door with a note. You'll get it.
Come on, Barry, off it.
What a waste.
Hard lines. Come on, everyone out. You still got the keys, Terry?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to Shrewsbury. I think I'll look after them.
I mean, it's Celia. What are you back?
I can't.
What?
Mum and Dad have got some friends coming round. Got to turn up. Here's the list and the cash for the buying trip, Terry.
So?
When you two get back, we'll be in business then.
Come on.
Hello, love.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, Ta. No luck.
Nope. I walked up to the Castle Arms as well, but he wasn't there either.
Oh, never mind. Oh, Michelle said to say to her for her.
Oh, she's gone, is she?
Just you, me and the kids now, George.
Do you want some tea?
Nah, sit down, love. I'll make it. Oh, by the way, I gave her that travelling alarm clock that we'd had for a wedding present. Thought she'd need it more than us not going anywhere, like. She seemed made up with it.
£1,500 for the stuff and 80 for me expenses. Sound. Love the smell of that stuff. Smell it? Ah, no chance. I'll tell Auntie Celia.
I only want to count it.
Hey, I'll tell her you said that. Don't you trust her?
I don't trust you, carrying all that money around.
Hey, Michelle's got a partnership in this, remember? I'm not messing things up by fiddling.
Don't believe you.
We've got a chance here, a good one.
Yeah, I know.
We have.
Yeah, well, I want to go legit too, you know.
Good.
Do you fancy going to a club?
What?
Well, I mean, Michelle's away. Celia's gone round to her mum and dad's. There's a car there. We might as well drive it.
The only driving that car's doing is back to my place, and you're following me in the van because I've got to be up early in the morning.
What am I going to use for wheels while you're away, eh?
Ask the boss.
God, I'm like the office boy in this outfit, you know?
Hey, shut it, Terry. Quick, get in the back. Just get in there. Come
What's
on.
going on? What do you think this is, Vicky? The Swede?
I've been here for hours, right?
The girls have only just gone.
Just listen, Barry. Any copper starts asking you where it was, I've been here from 5 till now, right? You're my alibi.
Oh, wait, Vic. Listen, you're not on, is he, Ted?
No.
Look, I want this alibi, Barry. If you've got any complaints, you see Tommy McCardley.
Sheila, it's not Princess Diana we're expecting, you know.
I know. Just thought they'd be here by now, that's all.
Why don't you go and hoover the red carpet, love, if you're sick of waiting?
Do you know, I feel sorry for that girl over the road. Rose. I mean, this might be a late baby for us, but it's not going to be the struggle for us, it's going to be for her, is it? Oh, heck, they're here.
Hey, blimey, I've got nothing in to drink, only homebrew. Shall I take Ken down the swamp?
Don't you dare.
All right, Sheila.
I'm not going to be left on my own.
Well, you weren't like that in Spain, were you? You couldn't wait to get away from him.
I know, but I had other things on my mind, didn't I?
Ah, come on, they're a cracking couple, especially that Ken's a nice guy.
Hello, Bobby. Oh, you lovely Sheila, doesn't she, Ken?
It really suits you, Sheila, him in a motherhood.
Oh, doesn't she though, Bobby? Oh, mustn't forget Bobby.
Hey, I see you still got your suntan too, matey.
Brought all the snaps, as promised.
Oh, great. Hey, you on your own? I thought we were going to see this brood of yours, Sheila.
You try and keeping them in. Anyway, I'll Karen's away on holiday.
Here they are then. Oh, what a pity we missed them.
Hey, how's the job, Bob? Oh, you know, you do look well, Sheila. I was saying to Doreen just the other day, Sheila, I said she's like a teenager. She'll fly through her pregnancy. How's the job, Bob?
What's Tommy Mac up to, eh? Do you know what's going on?
No, I don't.
Are you sure? Because we're just starting here and we don't want any trouble.
Listen, I know nothing, Terry, all right? Where have you been grafting, eh, Vic?
Where'd you get these?
What is this?
Where?
A junk shop, why?
You got them off me, right? I brought them round at 5 o'clock. You give us 20... No, you give us 10 quid for them. I bought them in a junk shop, right?
All right.
Then we went to that big pub. What's it? The big one on the corner. What's it
Prince
called?
Albert.
Prince Albert. We stayed there for a bit. Then we come back here, you know, just for a little natter, like, see what else could feature up for the business, right?
No, it isn't right, Vic. We want to know what we're into here.
Yeah. Just do it, eh?
You tell us, eh?
This isn't robbing your car radios out of pub car parks. Just keep quiet and do as you're told, when you're told.
Hello, lovely. It is lovely to see you again, Sheila.
And you, love.
You meet people on holiday, but you don't keep in touch, do you? But with you and Bobby, Ken feels the same way too.
I'm afraid Bobby and I are amateurs when it comes to going on holidays. But I do know what you mean.
And us being the first to know about the baby, too. That makes it special.
Of course. You and Ken are welcome here, you know, whenever you like.
Same goes for us. I might be the outgoing type, Sheila, but I don't have many friends. And Ken works such long hours. Well,
Love, I know what that can be like.
oh, listen to me. There's you looking fit as a fiddle, radiant. And there's me sitting here going all maudlin. How's everything with you and the baby?
Oh, great.
Good.
I didn't have the test, though. It's supposed to be important at my age.
Don't take any notice of that. You're as good as you feel. My next-door neighbour, she would turn 44 when she had her third. And Ken's sister, well, she had 2 after she was 40. You look well, and you'll be well.
Come on. Let's go and see what the other 2 are up to.
finished it today, you say?
Well, just about. There was panic stations getting it finished before you turned up. I know what had to be done, but I don't have the time now, really, Ken.
Hey, Alan Doreen, what do you think about that?
Oh, Ken, have you noticed? It's just like the paper Ken put up for our Anita's new baby.
With one difference, eh, love? I'm afraid you've dropped one here, matey.
Hey?
Well, I've picked up plenty of know-how about this lark, you know, decorating. I'm afraid you've put it on upside down.
Are you sure?
Oh, it is, Sheila. Oh, I hope you don't think we're being funny.
Oh, it's a simple mistake. I mean, anyone could make it, but it's easily solved, eh, love?
Is it?
Hey, you got any spare rolls, Bob?
Yeah. There's 6 out there on the landing.
Oh, champion! Come on, then, let's get cracking. It'll take us no time at all. It doesn't matter. Come on, back to the drawing board, eh? Come on, it'll take us no time at all, not with the 4 of us.
It's engaged.
Oh, George, put the phone down. Come on, come and sit down. You know, you should do this fire prevention work more often. Then I wouldn't go out of my mind every time I turned the wireless on or looked at a newspaper.
Well, this is just a one-off, Lovey. I couldn't do it all the time. I'm not properly qualified. Look, I'm going to have to ring him again. I can't let people down.
Yeah, I know. Gives a kiss to go with me chocolates. Oh, wait, George, go and get a shave, will ya? Go on. And don't be long. Hey, George, don't wake up the kids, will ya?
Hey, you're quick, Ken. I'm Doreen.
Teamwork, that's the secret, isn't it, love?
Oh, there's no stopping us once we get our teeth into something.
Do you know, I'd never have noticed.
What, us as a team?
No, this wallpaper being upside down. Must be the pattern. It's a bit confusing for some of us.
Oh, well, we picked these things up as we've gone along. I mean, the rooms we've decorated in our time, eh, love?
Hey, Sheila hasn't put the paint on inside out, has she?
Eh? Oh, very good, Bob. Paint on inside out. That's very good, love, isn't it?
Listen, there's some coffee and sandwiches downstairs for you two if you're ready.
Oh, champion, Sheila. I've worked up an appetite, that's for sure.
I didn't plan on you spending your evening up here, you know.
No, neither did this lad either. Well, I've made a start on it. You can finish it now.
Go on, lovey, go and get something to eat. We'll finish this now.
All right.
Come on, love, leave that for now. You feeling okay?
A bit tired, but they'll be gone soon.
I know. I just hope Ken doesn't go in the bathroom.
Why?
I think I've hung that roll of toilet paper upside down.
Yeah.
Did you see anyone?
Like who?
Busy's anyone?
No.
Right, I don't reckon I've been followed. Right, it's 10 to. OK, then it's like he explained. I was here from 5 till now, right?
We still don't know what we're involved in here, Vic.
Look, you don't need to.
We're sticking our necks out again, you know.
Look, it's for Tommy, said, are you forgetting that?
Look, I've been in trouble before for McCardle, and I'm not getting involved again until I know what it's for, OK?
Yeah, why should we?
Look, you've got to, Barry, but we are mates.
Are we?
Look, I don't want it broadcast.
Just tell us what it was, Vic.
Look, we're trying to go straight here. If there's any trouble, we want to know what it's about.
Look, I don't want it all over the show. All right, it was a robbery. A warehouse.
God. What was you after?
Well, I was driving the group for Tommy. We had a truck for the gear. I had these busy siders before the others come out. I had to get off. I ditched the van. I jumped the bus down here. Funny thing is, I know the van was bent in that, but I'd left this map, this plan thing, this drawing in the dash.
Are you sure you weren't followed?
He would have had them by now, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and us.
Yeah, you've got help, Barry. Do us a favour. It's a big one.
What was the after, Vic?
Seasoned scotch. Loads of it.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't know. To get off. I thought you two would know something.
How the hell would we know?
Oh, look, I'm sick of you two acting soft.
What?
We sure mate who drew it up. It's his drawing in the dash of that car.
Our mate?
Oh, stop mucking me about. Look, you know enough, right? I'm going.
What mate are you talking about, Vic?
I don't know, some bent fire bobby that drinks with you. Tommy got into him in the swamp.
George.
Sandwiches weren't that bad, were they, Ken?
No, it's his big surprise.
Do you two go in for surprises?
The decorating was enough of a surprise for me.
I thought Ken would have been tired out with all that work upstairs, haven't you, Doreen?
It's showtime!
It's those films we took in Benidorm.
Oh, lovely.
The late show, eh?
Oh, you'll love them, Sheila. Well, they're not that good, mind. Well, not as good as the ones Ken took of our Anita's baby. I brought all those. He spent hours filming her. They're lovely.
Hey, over here.
We've got to warn him, tip him off. I don't think George would do this kind of thing.
How do you know, Terry? I mean, we really don't know him, do we? What about last year? He robbed our copper off the bommy, didn't he? What about Terry Cross's new fence? He said it was fire salvage, brand new it was.
Yeah, but we've got to warn him.
Terry, he made his own mind up. It's up to him to sort it out.
We've got to help him.
Terry, I've had the Tommy McCardle, the Bizzies, and everyone round to ours. I'm not walking down to George's and getting into that again. And remember last time, you did a bunk to Bill, remember?
Well, Michelle's gone. There's no way of warning. I'm going.
You're not going anywhere, Terry.
To Shrewsbury. I'm getting away from this.
No phone calls. I mean it, Terry, no phone calls.
Right. I'll clear it out and I'll be at my uncle's by midnight.
What about Michelle's car?
Here.
It's mine.
And look after it, will you? I'm going.
I'm telling you, Terry, no phone calls.
Men in blue are looking for me. Gotta find a place where I can be free. I've got a little bread and a bottle of booze. I'm on my way, I got nothing to lose. Running, running from the Lord. Running, running from the
Isn't this great, eh?
Not in my condition. Take those, thank you. I might be pregnant, but I'm not as fragile as all that. Oh, so many bits and pieces, I don't have a spare hand. Rose! What have you been up to? Champagne and flowers? Read the card. Oh. Oh, you are sweet. Thank you. Happy birthday, even if it is a week late. Well, you couldn't have done anything about it with me being away last week.
Did they sing it to you on the course?
The audit.
Well, the audit then. Did they not sing it to you, Greg and the others?
Well, they took me for a drink after work and wished me all the best.
At home it'd be more than just a drink. People would make a proper evening of it.
Oh, well, that's in Ireland.
And in our family, Mummy always makes a great fuss. We even still get a cake with candles on it.
No, but it's different when you're at home. I mean, don't forget I was on a business trip, not a holiday. Are we going to open this? We're going to stand there looking at it.
Sorry.
Hi, Mum.
Oh, hello.
Where have you been?
To the auction with Sonia, I told you.
Oh, yeah.
Here, come on, you can help me unload this lot.
Right. I wonder what's going on over there.
None of our business. Anyway, it's rude to pry. Difficult enough to have any privacy around here without being deliberately nosy.
They're going into the Jacksons, look.
Look, come on, just concentrate on helping me unload this lot, will you?
Wonder what they want. Oh, what on earth are you going to do with this?
Oh, it's not for us. I'm just storing it for Sonia. Her car was full.
Was all the stuff there as lovely as that?
Don't you like it?
Well, not exactly. I mean, it's not quite of the 1980s, is it?
It's not meant to be. It's Victorian.
You can say that again.
I don't understand what you want him for.
That's what we want to find out, madam.
But he's been in bed all afternoon. I swear to you, I haven't set foot outside this house since dinner time, so I know where he's been. Haven't you, George? Been in bed all afternoon.
I'll need to get a shave. I haven't had one yet. I was saving up to have one tonight because of the quiz.
It's not right, you know. Getting a man out of his bed, he needs his rest.
Just doing our job.
Is it all right if I have a shave?
Better not.
That's not right. That's not decent.
Oh, look, it's all right, Marie, love. The sooner I get down there and get it sorted, the sooner I'll be back.
It's a civil right, I'm sure, having a shave.
Are you ready?
Yeah, have I got any clean hankies, love?
You're not taking him away, are you?
That's the basic idea, yeah. Come on.
I'm coming with you.
Afraid not. It's Mr. Jackson we want to talk to.
You're not taking him without me.
If you don't mind.
You're not taking George without me.
But it isn't you who gives us our orders now, is it, eh? Come on, out.
Me hanky, Marie, love.
In the drawer.
Out.
George! George! George!
I'll see to that.
Keep me tea warm for us, lovey.
I'm coming with you. I'll follow you down there, love. Don't worry. Annabelle.
Whatever's happened?
They're taking him away.
Why?
They won't let me go with them.
Oh, you've got to go.
Well, how am I going to get there?
I'll take you. Where are they going?
I've no idea.
Gordon, go and find out quickly where they're going.
They can't be taking him away, not my George. I mean, when they knocked on the door, they were as nice as pie. Was Mr. Jackson in? Could they have a word? Wouldn't keep him a minute. I thought it was something routine, something to do with his work. If I'd known they were going to take him away, I wouldn't have let them in.
Oh, I think it's best to let them in, Marie. I think you should always cooperate. Here, come on, get in the car.
What about my lads? Who's going to look after him?
Gordon will.
Oh, I can't go in, me Penny.
Give it to me. Come on. Where are they going?
Belmont Street.
Oh, here, look after this. Oh, and this. And see those two lads.
Yeah.
Take care of them till their mother comes back.
Mom, why have they taken our dad away?
Listen, it's something to do with his work, right? Now, listen, Gordon's going to look after you, and he'll give you your tea. He'll make you something nice, all right?
Yeah, they can have whatever they want.
Be good lads, eh?
Did I hear the phone when I was upstairs, Rose?
Yes. It was Greg. He's going to ask me out.
I hope you don't mind. No, he mentioned he might when we were away last week. I hope you're not leading him on. Have you told him you're going back?
No. Not yet.
think you're doing the right thing going home. I hope so. Even if it is difficult.
Well, I'm not exactly looking forward to seeing my father.
No, I can understand that. Rose, those things I said to you before I went away, I didn't mean to push you.
Well, you didn't push me. Just made me think a bit more.
I wouldn't like you to think I didn't care.
I wouldn't think that. I don't know what I would have done without you the past few weeks. You've been like a big sister to me. I've always wanted a sister, being an only girl. And I always thought if I had one, I'd like her to be like you.
Well, being an only child, I always wished I had a sister as well. Must admit, I wouldn't have minded having one like you.
In fact, when I was younger and Will used to bring you to the house, when I was no more than 9 or 10, I used to imagine you were my sister, or would be one day. That'll be Greg now. Hello? Come on in.
Hello, Emma.
Hello, Greg.
Well, where's the big kiss and the warm embrace? Is this the traveller's welcome? Thank you.
I think you better tell him.
What?
I'm going back to Ireland.
Oh, you've decided.
Yes.
It's for the best.
Yes, it is. It is. Still, I shall miss you.
And I'll miss you too.
You two better get off and enjoy yourselves then. Go on.
Yes, okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Look, how you help me then?
I don't know.
Well, you can for a start.
I want to go with me dad. Where's our dad gone?
Oh, you mustn't worry about your dad. He'll be back soon.
Where will we have taken him?
I don't know.
I want to see him.
Look, let's make a start, eh? Come on. That's right. You mustn't worry about your dad, you know. He'll be all right.
Why couldn't I go?
Well, it's not exactly the place for kids, is it?
I'd like to see a prison.
Oh, they won't be taking him to prison.
Excuse me. Could I trouble you?
Depends what you're gonna say.
I'm looking for Miss Heather Havisham.
Yeah, it's over there, number 9.
Thanks very much.
You two, where do you think you're going with that stuff? Come back.
You told me to take it into the house. I know, you told me.
Not your house, my house. Come on.
The top of the morning to you.
It's evening.
Well, so it is here in England.
Who are you?
I'm Timmy. Rose's Timmy.
Ah, the father...
Of her child. That's right. I'm the man she's supposed to be marrying. Her mammy told me where she was, so I've come to take her home.
Time's getting on.
Aye.
I hope they get around to asking me their questions soon. I'm good all evening. Due down the Swan at 8:30. That's our local pub. You a pub man yourself?
I don't mind.
See, we're in this quiz, you see, me and the wife. It's a contest, you know. We only started it for a laugh, but you can get quite keen once you start winning. We won the first heat, no problem. And if we do it again, we get to represent the pub.
Sort of mastermind, is it?
Yeah, you could say that. It's not as high-powered, I suppose, but they can ask some tricky questions. Didn't know I knew the answers to some of them till I'd said them. It's amazing what you can think up when you have to, isn't it? It's a wonderful thing, the brain.
It needs to be.
This is very good of you. More than I deserve. Especially seeing that I arrived uninvited.
Don't worry. You're doing me a favour. I could never have got through this lot by myself.
It looks good. You're not a bad cook, are you?
It's not me. Rose has done this. It's her you have to thank for it.
She's a good girl, is Rose. How long did you say she'd be out with this friend?
Oh, not long. They've just gone out for a bite of something to eat.
And how often has she been going out for bites to eat with this friend, then?
No more than a couple of times.
Is that right? Is that the way girls here carry on?
She's been lonely, Timmy. She needed the company.
If she was lonely, whose fault was that? She'd no need to come over here at all, had she?
She thought she had.
Why? What for? I was willing to stand by her. Certainly I was. Why else would I be here now to meet her?
I think she was under a lot of pressure. I know Donaghadee. It's a small place, but old-fashioned in some ways. I think she needed to get away, to give herself time to think.
There was nothing to think about. There only is one thing to do with a baby on the way.
Yeah, give me the rest, please.
What can be keeping them?
Bureaucracy, I suppose. I suppose they have a lot of paperwork to do. Hope Paul got home all right.
Oh, we can't just sit here all evening.
Do you want to go home then?
I'm not going without George.
Sergeant,
What can I do for you?
how long do you propose to detain Mrs. Jackson's husband?
It's difficult to say. They'll only want to ask him a few questions and then he'll be home, I expect.
Well, she's left her children there.
They're only 11.
There's a call box just outside if you want to see if they're all right.
No, it's not just that. It's Mr. Jackson I'm concerned for.
He's not had his tea.
Well, you can't detain a man against his will.
Well, that's the way it usually happens. We don't get that many coming in here and asking to be locked up.
They're not going to lock him up, are they?
Oh, it's early days to be worrying about that. They only want to ask him a few questions for the moment.
I didn't mean that exactly. I meant, well, you can't keep a man without charging him.
I think you'll find they have a right to keep him until they've asked some questions, madam.
But not without a charge, I'm sure. And not when he's a perfectly innocent neighbour of mine.
You never know who's going to come and live next door to you these days.
This is a serious matter, not a subject for joking. You've got a man in there, and I want to know what's happening to him.
I'm sure they'll let you know just as soon as they can.
I just want to be certain that the proper procedures are being gone through.
And what would they be?
I'm not sure exactly. I just want to be certain that he's getting the best advice possible.
I'll let you know what's going on as soon as I find out.
Thank you.
If you don't mind taking a seat.
Thank you.
Why is it everybody knows what's best for a girl? I mean, you should have heard the fuss my aunts made when I told them I wanted to be an accountant. Oh, that's no job for a wee girl. Why don't you want to get married and settle down and have babies? Like as if that was the only thing I could do. Well, it wasn't enough for me. It might not be enough for Rose.
You don't mean... She will marry me, won't she, Heather?
I think you better ask her that yourself.
Hello, Rose.
What are you doing here?
I've come to take you home. Who's this?
This is Greg, Tibby. He's a friend of mine from work.
Hi.
Does he always go out with other people's girls?
Well, I didn't...
We only went for a meal, Timmy.
And she has told me all about you.
Did she tell you I'm the father of her child?
Of course she did.
And that's why I've come, to take her home.
I think Rose appreciates that. And I think you should appreciate what Greg has done for Rose.
And what would that be?
He's taken her under his wing while she's been here. It can't have been much fun for her, living with a working woman like myself, my nose always in my books. Isn't that right, Rose?
The ambitious Miss Havisham.
Comes of being an only child. So much is expected of you, you tend to be a perfectionist.
She'll make a partner one of these days. Very highly thought of in the firm. Did she tell you that? Top of the tree.
Can we talk?
If you want to.
I didn't come all this way to stand gawping at you.
Yeah, I better be going, actually. Well, good luck, Rose. I really mean that. All the best.
Thank you, Greg. You really cheered me up.
And that's important, isn't it?
It is.
Thanks for me, too.
It wasn't just altruism, you know.
I know.
So here I am again, footloose and fancy-free.
Only till tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'd better be away in good time to get the boat. Can you recommend anywhere I can stay the night? A bed and breakfast.
I certainly will not.
Oh,
She means you can stay here, you daft thing.
that's very good of you, Heather.
It'll have to be on here, mind you. I've only got the 2 beds. It's what Rose's mother would want.
It's what my mother would want.
Oh, well. Thanks very much, Heather.
I'll sort out some bedding later. Coffee?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, we'd better talk then.
Yes.
Don't really know what to say.
Will you just sit there and think about it while I go up to the loo?
Did you say you were a pub man yourself?
I like a drink occasionally. When I'm off duty.
Did you play any games then? Dominoes, charade,
Darts.
oh, darts. Never been very keen on darts. Never could see the point of it myself. Still, that's probably because I can't hit the board. You're probably a lot better at it than I am.
Dare say. You're not keen on him, are you? That Greg.
He's a friend of Heather's. I think it's her he's really keen on.
Do you think so?
Most of the fellas are keen on Heather.
Not all of them.
Most of them.
I know one who's not.
Oh.
Yours truly. There's only one girl I'm sweet on.
And who would that be then?
Who'd you think?
Tell me.
You, of course. Who else? I do love you, Rose.
No.
Do you love me?
Yes. I think so. Yes, I do.
You can only do that 8 times, did you know that?
Is that so?
Yep. Even if you start off with a newspaper. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, well, I did get a bit bored. You could do with a telly in here.
Are you ready to make a statement?
About what?
About that.
Where'd you get that?
You tell us.
What's wrong?
You don't know?
No, I don't.
Just some fella you met in the pub.
Yeah, that's right.
Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth.
He was just in there for a drink.
And so are you.
Yeah, and I've just come from there, as a matter of fact. I'm a fireman.
We know that. So you told them all about it, did you? What was in there, cigarettes and whiskies, and you told them where the warehouse was. You even did a drawing for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Why did you do that?
Oh, he was interested.
Interested? Not half he was interested. You know that place was robbed? Oh, yeah. And we believe that your chap in the pub, the one you did that drawing for, had more than a bit to do with it. And not for the first time either. You see, your chap in the pub, for your information, is one of the worst villains we've had in this area for a long time. In fact, he's not at all the sort of bloke that a law-abiding fireman should be passing information on to now, is he, eh? Unless, of course, the fireman was in on the whole thing. Mr. Jackson, just you think about that statement, eh? Mr. Jackson,
Yeah.
you can go home now.
What about my George?
Bed and breakfast, love. Courtesy of Constabulary.
Know how you are about punctuality?
Ever seen the car keys? Can't think where I'm going to put them.
In my bag.
No wonder I couldn't find them.
As a matter of fact, Paul, I was rather hoping I could keep the car today. Well, George is in court, and I did promise Marie I'd give her a lift.
Not again, Anna. Do you realise how I felt yesterday, standing at that gate, waiting and worrying about you, wondering where you were?
Well, it won't happen today. The court hearing's this morning, so Marie and I'll be home by lunchtime. Anyway, now you've got a job, I thought perhaps I might have a car of my own.
I don't see the necessity for that. I always let you have my car whenever you ask, don't I?
Only after half an hour's interrogation as to why I want it.
Well, that's not fair.
I feel like one of your shop stewards sometimes.
Don't exaggerate.
Well, can I have the car or not?
I don't know.
I did promise Marie. Anyway, I'd have thought you'd have been entitled to a company car. After all, lots of people have them nowadays, even Bobby Grant.
Look, if this Jackson business is going to become a matter for the law, then leave it to the lawyers.
I can't abandon Marie now.
If you really want to help the Jacksons, the best way is to make sure they get proper legal advice. They don't know where to go to. You've got to know your way around with solicitors. Why not recommend them to Richard O'Connor? He'll see their interests are looked after.
Well, it's a good idea, Paul, but I think Marie needs something more than that. I think she needs the personal touch. A woman friend, someone she can confide in.
You will remember what I said, Annabelle. Keep your distance. We don't want you getting involved in another campaign, do we? Like with Robin and the rates.
Anyway, will you remember to ask about a company car? You can think about it while you're sitting on the bus.
Nice this, innit?
What?
Oh, you know, summer. Nothing to do. Easy living.
It's all right for a bit. Get you down if it went on forever, though, wouldn't it? It's like when you're on the dole.
Hasn't got me down yet.
It's only the summer holidays for you, like you've had every year. You wouldn't even be back at school, even if you were going into the sixth form. I'll ask you again in October when the festival's closed down.
You're on.
Oh, George.
Now then, Lovey, don't take on so.
I never thought I'd see you in a place like this.
Life's full of surprises, isn't it? Life's little banana skins.
Well, you should have watched where you were going then, shouldn't you?
That's better. Come on, let's sit down, eh?
Oh, I brought you something. Tie for a start. I remember. Look, you'd come out without one.
It's lovely, Berry, thanks.
Is it the right colour? Couldn't decide which one would be best. I thought I'd get you something a bit cheerful.
It's the spirit.
I brought you this and all. Put it in your pockets.
Really love this. I know you treasure it.
Well, I thought you could do with it today. Anyway, I'll be back when you come home.
It's a bargain.
What went wrong, George? I never thought it had come to this, going to court.
It's all a mistake, love.
I know that, but there must have something to go on, mustn't he, to take it this far?
Well, it's like this, you see. You know Terry and Barry?
Barry Grant. Am I to know? Has he got you in this mess?
It's not his fault, love.
If you believe that, you believe anything. I've told you them Grants are bad news. You're too good. That's your trouble. Too nice for your own good.
Don't I know it? Look, anyway, love. I was with Terry and Barry. Well, no, I weren't with them. I just met them. I popped into the Swan right for a swift half on the way home and they were there. So we had a drink and a chat like you do in a pub. And they introduced me to this friend of theirs and we talked about something and nothing and that was it. End of story, right?
Is that all? They can't put you in court for that.
No, hang on a minute, love. We haven't finished yet. Well, the next day I was in there again, right?
Were Terry and Barry there again?
No, they weren't. Doris was the day of the big fire, remember?
Not forget that, Ollie.
Yeah, well, I was feeling really dry, so I thought I'd just have a quick one on the way home. Now, this mate of theirs was in there, right? Tommy McCardle. Now, that's the fella who wanted me to sing in his club, right? The one I was going to do that foreigner for.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Well, I was talking to him about the fire. Oh, well, I think I may have said a bit more than I should have done. And now he's gone and done a robbery, so they say.
Oh, George. And they think...
Well, I don't know, love. But listen. If things don't work out in here today, right? If the worst comes to the worst, I want you to try and get hold of Terry and Barry, right? See if they can shed some light on it.
I certainly will get hold of them. I'll tell them what I think.
Hey, now, don't fly off the handle. I've only said if the worst comes to the worst, right? Look, it might never happen. I might be home in time for tea.
Well, you'd better have be, George Jackson. I've promised the boys you will be.
And I've said they can have a Chinese takeaway to celebrate.
But it's a bargain, love.
You're like a real lady of leisure today.
Do you not work in the mornings?
I've had a few heavy weeks at work, so I thought I'd take the morning off.
Look what I have here then, Heather.
Ooh. How did you come by those? I thought nobody knew you were coming over until yesterday.
I had them from Will. He was to have come over to get Rose himself, but when he heard I wanted to, he dropped out. You can guess what this is.
That'll be from my father. Every Christmas and birthday, has done ever since I left Ireland, to remind me of home.
Here's something else.
Oh, now what can this be?
Hey, anybody think it was your birthday?
Well, it's as good as. I love seeing other people's presents.
You're like a wee girl, Rose, so excited. Nobody think you were old enough to be a mother yourself.
It's the best way. I can be like a friend to my baby.
Our baby.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
And there's one more.
Another one?
That's right. It's from Will.
Oh, I didn't think he'd remember.
Will wouldn't forget your birthday, Heather.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Well, that's that Christmas over.
Isn't it nice to me?
You look lovely.
I'll just take this upstairs and keep it safe.
Does it suit me?
I'll buy you one.
Linda, get off.
It's not what you usually say, Damon.
Yeah, but I mean, not here. Not in public.
Oh, you mean there's a time and a place for everything, like me Nana says?
Something like that.
Damon. You know what you were saying before about me and Danny?
Yeah.
Well, what was it that people were saying?
Oh, you know how it is. How rumours get about.
Yeah, they do. And that's why I want to know exactly what the rumours were about me and Danny.
Well, I just heard that there was a lot more to just kissing him.
Was that what they say?
Yeah, that's what they say. Not that I believe it.
You better hadn't believe it either.
I mean, it's not true.
Of course it's not true.
And never...
No, Damon, let's get it straight. I never. And what's more, I won't. Not until I'm good and ready, no matter who asks me.
Now you've got your qualifications. Don't you feel like settling down? I saw your face when Timmy gave you that book.
Yeah, I'm fond of Will. More so in a way now. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, they say.
Well, then.
Oh, it wouldn't work. I admit I feel wistful when I see you and Timmy together. And when times are hard at work, I won't deny I indulge in a bit of wishful thinking. How nice it would be to be back in Ireland, married to someone like Will, living in a little house. It does sound nice, doesn't it?
It does.
But it wouldn't be enough. Do you remember what Greg was saying yesterday about me making a partner, getting to the top of the tree? That's what I want.
Money doesn't bring you happiness.
Oh, it's not the money. I need to do the job that I'm good at, a job that excites me. I dare say you find that very funny when it's accountancy I'm talking about. Most people think it's very dull, just sitting around, adding up figures all day long. But it's more than that. It's what's behind those figures. The policies. Large companies' policies carry a lot of power. What they do has an effect on the lives of ordinary people like you and me, the Grants across the road. I mean, look how Paul Collins's life has changed in the last couple of years. But I don't want merely to be affected by those decisions. I want to be up there, making them, get my hands on the power.
I had no idea it could lead to that.
I can't give that up, can I? If I did, I'd end up being resentful, And if it was Will or someone like him that I'd given it up for, I know I'd end up resenting them too. That's why the message can only be, thanks for the book. But you will give them my very warm thanks, won't you?
Of course I will.
Do you want to hand with that?
No thanks, I can manage.
Oh.
I'm all right. Oh, watch it, that's far enough.
Well, what about the top of your legs? They're still all white and go all pink and nasty. You only got plenty of oil on them.
I'm wearing a skirt.
What about when you're not wearing a skirt, when you're wearing a cosy?
When I'm wearing a cosy, then I'll oil them. Today I'm wearing a skirt.
I thought the idea was to get tanned all over. You know, topless bathing and all that.
What? Here? I said no.
Oh, Linda.
No!
Oh, well.
You really fancy yourself as Jack the Lad, don't you?
Who, me?
No, him over there.
Well, I suppose I've got a bit of a reputation.
You certainly have.
Have I? Have I really?
Well, you were the one who said it.
Yeah, but I was only messing, you know that. Go on then, what do people say about me?
Well, I've heard about you and that Pat one.
Oh,
Yeah, she had a reputation too. No better than she ought to be.
Oh, you sound like my mother. You don't talk about people being no better than they ought to be these days.
I do.
Well, I don't.
So it isn't true then?
What?
About you and Pat, that she made you an offer you couldn't refuse. And you refused it.
I never.
You didn't refuse it.
Of course not.
You mean you did do it?
Well, like you said, she made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
What was it like, Damon?
Ah. Now that'd be telling, wouldn't it?
Go on, Damon, tell me.
If you want to know, you'll have to find out for yourself.
Damon.
There are some things that should always remain private. My lips are sealed.
Well, you were the one who started it, telling us all about me and Danny.
Ah, but that wasn't true, was it? You said.
That's why I want to know. Is it really true that you and Pat...
Oh, ow! Look out, there's a big
Damon!
lost there. Look out, it'll get you.
Damon!
Let's catch it.
Damon!
You will come and see us, won't you, when the baby's arrived?
Try and keep me away.
Do you think she'll go through with it? Do you think she will marry me?
I think that's something that you and Rose should have a long talk about on the boat going over. But don't put pressure on her, Timmy. Let her make her own mind up.
It wasn't me that was pressurizing her, really, you know. It was her father.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, he didn't take it very well, you know, the news that there was a baby on the way.
He'll feel differently when the baby's actually here. People always do. And in a year or two's time, how it all happened will be forgotten.
That's all very well, but it's now she has to face him.
Don't worry about her, Timmy. I know Rose. She's quite tough, really.
Yes, but still, I wish she'd let me look after her.
She probably will, given time.
Don't think you're going to get away with it. I'm not stopping till I've had a straight answer.
What do you want to know?
Did you or didn't you?
Why do you want to know?
Because.
Because what?
Because I just do. Because it matters.
Does it?
Yeah. Because I like you, Damon. You're special to me.
Am I? Am I really?
I just said so, didn't I?
Oh. Hallelujah.
You're really made up, aren't you?
Of course I am.
I didn't think you cared. Well, not that much. Well, I do. Well, tell me then about you and Pat.
All right. The answer's no.
No! You mean you didn't?
That's right.
Oh, I am glad.
Glad? I thought you'd think I was a bit...
A bit what?
You know, a bit slow. I thought girls like lads who knew a bit.
Is that why you didn't want to tell me before?
Yeah.
Well, you divvy. What? You got that wrong, didn't you?
You mean, you'd rather I hadn't been with Pat?
much rather, Damon.
Lucky in everything, innit?
This makes us kind of equal now. Now we're both the same.
What, you mean we both never...
That's right.
Mind you, it's not on a matter of principle I haven't. I wouldn't mind. Oh, with the right person, of course. Haven't you ever wondered what it's like, Linda?
Yeah,
Perhaps we could find out together.
yeah, perhaps. Someday.
I didn't realise you'd got so much stuff.
Most of it's stuff Heather's given me. It's just the odd dress I didn't want anymore.
She won't be able to wear those for a month or two yet.
I'll be able to wear them sometimes. I won't always look like this.
It's to be hoped not.
And every time I wear one of your frocks, I'll be thinking of you, Heather.
That's nice. I'd take these inside with you, Timmy. I don't think there's enough room in there.
I can phone you up sometimes, can I? If I'm lonely.
Of course you can. I'm in most evenings. But you won't be lonely. Got Timmy, your mother, Will. It's me you should be thinking about being lonely.
Yes, you're right. I shouldn't be so selfish.
I'll be all right. Don't worry about me.
Thanks very much for everything, Heather.
Don't mention it.
You ready then, Rose?
Yes.
You take care.
And you.
And remember my message to Will.
Thanks for the book.
Very warm thanks.
Don't worry. I'll make sure he knows how much you appreciate it.
Thanks, Rose.
Sorry, Marie.
Don't you be sorry, love. What have you got to be sorry for? It's them that should be sorry.
It's not their fault, love. They're just doing their job.
It's not part of their job to lock you up.
Nobody's locking me up, love. Just on remand. That's what they said. Remanded in custody during inquiries.
They're not letting you come home, though, are they?
No.
They won't even let you have bail. You, connected with no criminals. I don't know what's going on.
Perhaps you better have this back, eh?
No, George. You keep it. We're not finished yet. I'll stand by you whatever happens.
Yeah, I know you will. I know I can depend on you.
To the bitter end. We'll get you out in no time. Where'll you go now?
The remand centre. You will come and see me there, won't you?
Of course I will. Let them try and stop me. They'll be able to keep me away.
You can come every day, you know. It's not like being in prison.
Don't say that word, George. Don't even mention it.
I won't come to that, love.
I hope not.
How are the lads?
They're at Betty's.
I said, how are they, love, not where are they?
They're all right. They don't know how serious it is. Annabelle says we've got to get you a lawyer. A good one.
They're not cheap, lovey. And there's a lad's schooling to pay for.
Never mind the cost. It's my money, it was left to me, and I'm going to spend it how I like.
Oh, whatever you think, Marie.
Annabelle's mentioned somebody, Richard O'Connor, I think she said. She says he's very good. And I'm going to get you the best. Money's no object. I'm going to get you the very top man. Because if things go on the way we are, you're going to need all the help you can get.
You're a good Marie.
For better, for worse.
Bring the dish, will you, Paul? Thanks, Annabelle. I know it's put you out. Put Paul out, not me.
No, not at all. Chance to get home early for a change. Is this yours?
No, it's ours. I baked a pie for George the other day.
I see. Meals on wheels as well, eh?
As well as what?
Well, I have been using you as a taxi service.
Well, you call on your time, of course.
I'm sorry, I've got to go. I'm still trying to raise Michelle. She's still at that beautician's course in London. It's a right shambles. You can't get any sense out of them. Bye. Thanks.
Come along, Paul. A nice cup of tea with plenty of sugar in it.
Should I?
Go on, then. But don't pry. Have some sensitivity. That's possible.
I told you my eyes were better than yours. Sale agreed, subject to contract.
Well, they should have struck it through, then.
They may have done for all we know. We should have been quicker off the mark, that's all. Still, it might fall through. I mean, these things do.
Can I help you?
We wondered if it was still on the market. The bungalow.
Oh, no, it's gone.
Well, it might still fall through.
No chance. I beat you to it. Prospective owner, Harold Cross.
Joseph Pride and Sarah.
Oh, well.
You come far?
3 buses.
Fancy a cup of tea?
Oh, that's kind.
Got access, have you?
No, that's my house there. You did say your name was Joe?
Joseph Pride and Sarah.
We'll go in the front. That way you get a first impression of the hall area and stairs.
I left a message yesterday. My name's Jackson. Yeah, I am her sister, but my married name is Jackson. The message is for Jones, Michelle Jones. For her to ring me urgently. All right, but please don't let me down. Somebody was supposed to phone yesterday, but they never did. Well, I wouldn't be phoning from Liverpool if it wasn't important, would I? Oh, give me strength.
You're out a lot. She could be ringing you. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, well, George says not to visit every day, but he's so low there, Edna. Please visiting gets him out the cell. Otherwise, he's locked up all the time. Or the police are on his back. They're at him all the time, you know.
What for? Oh, I don't mean to pry.
They think that my George can lead him to a villain called Tommy McCardle. It's him that they're fretting most about. And guess who it was on this close introduced my George to this bloke? Barry Grant. And Terry, mind you. Terry. Still, he's a good lad at heart. It's Barry Grant that somehow led him on. I'm just waiting for him to appear, that's all. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to think. Drives you daft. His clothes. I washed them twice over. They don't seem clean after once. I know it sounds stupid, but it's how you get, though, isn't it? They're packed in like sardines in that remand centre. 3 to a cell. Because there's hundreds more there than there ought to be.
Marie? Hello? Hello? Sorry, I can't hear you. No, this isn't Mrs. Jackson.
Hello, this is Mrs. Jackson. I've just told them. I just wanted to ring, that's all. Is that so very difficult? Right. Just tell her it's about her brother-in-law. Her brother-in-law. Thanks.
I don't suppose you could have said much more. It's not very nice for Michelle.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Oh, I could have killed Paul Collins in the car on the way home. Going on about his Gordon and how he's expecting his exam results and what a bright future and so forth. I kept thinking about my two. They're due to start in a couple of weeks. Well, they can't go to private school with this on, though, can they? As it is, I don't know what I'm going to tell him if George doesn't get bail tomorrow. Kids think he's had an accident at work. Sprained his back or something, and he's in hospital for a few days, and that's where I've gone visiting every day.
Well, I think it's best to tell them. You see, I know. I've tried to hide things, but it doesn't work out in the end. Marie?
Oh, come on, Michelle. Ring, will you?
Gordon's worked so hard for these exams, I'm sure he'll do well. Just as you'll do well at work, no matter what.
And if I abandon ship halfway through the afternoon...
Isn't it nice that you're home early, helping me with the dinner? There are so few things that we do together.
Oh, Hannah, sometimes. I'm not home early by design as a means of cementing our marriage. I'm here because you had the car, had to get that woman home, and somehow accommodate me.
The place won't collapse without you.
I didn't say it would.
Oh, don't spoil everything, Paul. Before I took Marie to see George today, we called at the solicitor's to see Richard O'Connor. He's making application for bail for George.
I hope he's informed Marie of the toll on her pocket. What did O'Connor say? Does he rate Jackson's chances of bail?
I don't really want to talk about it. I've had enough of it for today.
Fair enough.
Anyway, we'd only argue.
Look, Anna, I want you to be clear. If her sister were home and not in London, her sister's boyfriend even, if she hadn't antagonized the Grants...
You know, there's a real stench at that remand centre. Disinfectant's part of it, but by no means all.
Does it upset you going there?
I think it's a very upsetting place. Even sitting in the canteen, waiting with the wives. Well, I know my life's been very different from theirs, but it doesn't mean to say that I can't feel for them.
You want us to go for a walk and meet Gordon?
No, you go. I'll finish off here. Have everything ready for you by the time you get back.
Plenty of cupboard space, as you can see. And the main thing is, if you do have words, one of you can march upstairs. Stands to reason. You can't do that in a bungalow.
You're buying one yourself, aren't you? A bungalow?
Yes, I'm buying one, but it doesn't mean I'm indifferent to the enormous virtues of a house, particularly a house like this. Come on through. You're welcome to examine the kitchen again, Mrs. Pride.
It's kind, but I really do feel that I know each nook and cranny.
I was just thinking, Sarah, seeing he's so enamoured of the place, it's a wonder he's got the heart to move out.
Now, wait. You do want somewhere, don't you? I've not just been wasting my time.
We want somewhere, all right, but we don't want stairs at any price. I mean, we've been doing our best to say as much.
Harold! See who I found on the doorstep. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was anyone here.
Come in, Ralph. Don't be shy. Make yourself at home. You'll squeeze yourself in somewhere. I'll go out and then there'll be more room.
Harold! Excuse me. Harold?
How do?
Who are they?
Name of Pride. I expect he'll want some tea.
Yes, but who are they? Where did they come from?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It took them 3 buses. More than that, I can't say.
Gone daft or what? Inviting strangers just like that?
You invited him in.
Don't be ridiculous. Ralph's not a stranger. He's more than that.
The point is, how much more?
Harold, don't embarrass me in front of Ralph.
Sorry, but we must go, honestly.
Just wanted to say thanks. Tar for the tea.
Have you come far?
3 buses, I've just told you. You can go out this way. A bit of advice. If you view another property and you don't like it, speak up. And don't mess some poor beggar around like you just did to me.
Oh, now I see. They came to see the house. Well, you daft thing. Why didn't you say so?
I think I'll go like that when I retire.
Oh, you're right. It's idleness. Addles the brain.
Won't take you that long to get cleaned up.
I thought we were going out tonight.
Yeah, but it's nice now for a walk.
Oh, it'd be nicer when it's dark.
Behave.
No, honest, I've got to do this for our Barry. It's paying me a tenner.
Spend it on me.
Depends.
What?
Well, my mum's still out. Our Cags is away. Who's going to make me tea?
Are you helpless?
Yeah. Oh, Duxie, I have to get it sound. Watch your hands. Sweated buckets for this. I'm working in the kitchens at the Adelphi. What, washing up or something? No, trainee cook. It's peanuts yet, but my mum's dead pleased that I'm in work, so she stands me my board and that. I'm Duxie, by the way, an old mate of him and Giz's from school. Duxie for Donald Duck. This is Linda.
Hi.
All right.
Well, I suppose you better get on with the tea then. You are staying, aren't you?
Yeah, all right.
I'll call you when it's ready.
Can't get over it, Duxie. You jammy beggar. You haven't done too bad yourself. It's a pity, though, because I fixed it up with someone. Still okay. Oh, come on. I'm dead keen, actually. Chance of some experience. You haven't scored yet, have you? Look, life isn't just about scoring, Duxie. All right, keep your hair on. These girls are dead nice. They're from London. They just want to meet a real live Liverpool scally and be shown round a bit, that's all. Oh, you can count me in. You, me and two cockneys. But not a word to him, Linda. It's Liverpool we're going to be looking round, you know, not Sin City. I'm in, Duxie. That's all that may concern you.
Don't know where I'll land. And though my dreams have broken.
Have a go with these then.
Who am I to
You haven't
blame?
changed, Gizmo. You're still revolting.
I know.
Yeah, what you look like matters for jobs and things.
What jobs?
But if you had an interview or something.
Him?
Go away.
Well, I think Giz's appearance is against him. I mean, supposing he went to the Adelphi to see you, Dux. Do you think they'd let him in? No chance.
See you tomorrow afternoon.
Not there tomorrow, are you, Dux? Day release. Well, no. Early shift tomorrow, so I'm off by 3 o'clock.
I'll come along and see if I can get in through the doors.
I'd need to be with you, though, or else it's just your word for it.
Oh, the bet's not on if you're with me.
Not for tomorrow, right? Me and Damon have fixed up to go out. We fixed it earlier while you was getting the tea.
Well, why does he think you were on day release?
Oh, this is daft. Look, I haven't seen him for ages, have I? So we're going out to catch up.
You and who else?
Behave.
Bet this girls. That's why you two are looking so put out.
Is it?
I met these girls at the hotel. They wanted to do some sightseeing, that's all. So Damon agreed to help me out.
Well, you can just unagree.
But there's 2 of them. Who else am I going to take?
Got to up on a blind date.
Oh, yeah. And how'd you make that out?
Could surprise people.
That bungalow garden measures a good 12 yards by 16, and that's quite a few square feet.
Of gravel, Ralph?
Dig it up. Grow vegetables, maybe.
Well, Harry couldn't do that. He couldn't lift those big, heavy rocks.
Who knows what's under there?
What do you mean?
Well, it was you that called Alan Partridge a monster. I mean, we all know he went peculiar. He could have buried all sorts there.
Harold.
Will you be here when I get back?
No, I don't want to leave Grace alone too long. She's got a chest infection. Seems to take her longer to throw things off with her being confined to the chair, but she makes light of it.
Whilst most of us whinge at the least little thing. I thought you were going for the paper.
Beg your pardon?
Well, you've been going for the last half hour.
Is she over this chest infection now, then?
It's left her weak.
Well, tell her she's invited to tea here tomorrow afternoon. That'll cheer her up a bit.
Just Grace?
Not just Grace, the pair of them. That's if it suits, and I can show Grace the bungalow.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, mate.
See you tomorrow afternoon, then. You can talk about me now while you're doing the pods.
Well, that was a surprise. He's a kind man, mostly. Just that he's so stubborn. Like about selling this house. Won't have an estate agent. They can't all be bad, can they, Ralph?
Oh, I think an agent would make sense.
I'm glad we're staying in the close. It's nice here in the summer. And the people are very nice. There's Paul Collins practicing his golf.
Are we safe?
What holiday was it we spent the whole time playing crazy golf? East Coast somewhere, I think. Mablethorpe, was it, or Whitby?
Whitby. Sonia and Peter came for the weekend, insisted on croquet.
Oh, couldn't get the hang of that blasted game.
I'm seeing her tomorrow. Wonder if they still play. I hope you're going to put this lot back.
Aren't you seeing Marie Jackson in court tomorrow?
No reason why I can't do both.
Transport?
I'll take taxis. That is, if the car won't be available.
It won't.
Were you able to ask at the office today about a company car?
Is it a priority at the moment, Anna?
You mean my life wasn't so narrow?
I don't know. Antiques, Sonia, the week's good cause. Seem to be spreading your net fairly wide at the moment.
Don't make a joke about the Jacksons.
A joke? You flatter me.
No, Paul, you were being flippant. You know you were. And I don't think it's very funny.
Skipper! I'll leave his eye. Oh, get the hose, Duxie. I'll get round the back.
All right, Jane. I'll have a bath later.
Duxie, grab the end of the hose with you.
Duxie, give us a break. I'll have a bath at home tonight.
Hey, don't pull it too far. Oh, you've pulled it off the tap now.
Gizmo, your bath's done. It's on, you big daft duckhead. Come on.
Linda, behave, will you?
Well, I'm not getting in with him, Damon.
She can rub me back if she wants.
Duxie, get him upstairs and tell Linda to come down here and stop messing about.
I'll get off. Look, I'll get one when I get home.
Sorry, did you want Mum and Dad?
No, it was your baddie, really.
Oh, no chance. He's down setting his tool iron shop up. He's not even sleeping here. I'll tell him you were asking.
Yeah, you do that. And tell him I was asking about Tommy McArdle.
All right.
Do you know, I'd hate to be our Barry. It's like he's always running scared of summit.
Turn on grounds him for the job. I mean, if anyone leads you astray.
Oh, want it to be you, eh? Oh, you're funny, you. Aren't you mad at me and Duxie for fixing up that date?
Uh-huh. We'll go along as well. Be nice.
That was your legal eagle, Richard O'Connor, on the phone. He asked me if you'd reconsider. Well, of course, I pretended I knew what he meant, but I haven't the foggiest, have I? Do you know what he was referring to?
My support for Marie, I expect.
Nothing more specific. Look, Anna, it doesn't take much of a brain, given that he's making a plea for bail tomorrow, to think the subject didn't crop up when you saw him this morning. O'Connor would know damn well, wouldn't he, that any assurance given by you would hold far more sway with the court than one given by young Terry Sullivan, for instance. It's a matter of social standing.
Terry's away in Shrewsbury at the moment.
Did he propose that you should stand bail for George Jackson? Anna, will you stop being so damn rude? I don't wish to pursue you from room to room. Would you kindly answer my question?
He asked me if I would agree to stand bail. Only for a small amount, perhaps. In principle, he didn't know the details. And as I have a small amount of money of my own, I saw no reason to say no. Or why you need be involved. If you felt strongly...
If? But you know how I feel. It's bad enough when you can't help being obtuse, but to be obtuse on purpose.
Now who's being rude?
If you think you can be involved in this case in any formal way, with bail, with the court or whatever, and think it won't rub off on me, then you're wrong. I'm sorry. Just when things were going well. Why should I be compromised, Anna? And by what? Morbid interest in the fate of some George Jackson, fireman, someone who means damn all, absolutely nothing to you. Well, what can you possibly... I don't know. I can't understand it.
I didn't ask to come here, Paul. When you were made redundant and we came here from the Wirral, I came because I thought we had no choice. Cut your cloth and so on. I wasn't happy here. You're quite right. We don't fit in. Oh, I may smile at the neighbours and order clothes from their catalogue and so on. But I'd rather be talking to Sonia about her business. But the thing is, Paul, since things have looked up for you, since you've got a new job, have you suggested that we go back there? To the Wirral? You haven't. So I assume we're staying here.
Correct. Your assumption is correct.
Well, in that case, this is where my life has got to be. Because I don't drive off each day like you do and leave it all behind, do I? I'm here. Along with great stretches of silence, a large amount of birdsong, and the neighbours. So if one of those neighbours is in trouble and asks me for help, I've got to give it to her, for my sake as much as hers. But does that make it any clearer to you?
It's a dangerous form of therapy, Anna. You'll get in deeper than you know. And if you do, don't come to me for help.
To you? Oh, I won't, Paul. I wouldn't dream of it. Asks us to be here early, and then... I do hope he doesn't keep us too long. Well, I'd arranged to meet a friend this afternoon, Sonia. She's very understanding, all the same.
I'm sorry, Annabelle. Must be George keeping the solicitor.
You know, Paul thinks a lot of Richard O'Connor. Well, he really takes the trouble to explain things. He's really a very good solicitor.
I start to say things to the kids and I forget what I'm saying. I seem to lose track easily.
Oh, Richard.
Forgive me, Annabelle. This is Jackson. I've just come from your husband. Well, I won't beat about the bush. Police are going to oppose bail, and I shall have to make a good case for it. Oh, don't worry. There's a general right to bail. It can only be refused under the following grounds. If your husband were likely to abscond, if he's likely to commit a further offence...
But he hasn't.
If the police think that he's in danger, and if it's thought that he might interfere with witnesses. Now, because of his supposed connection with McCardle, it's this latter point that worries the police. It's pure speculation, of course. They have no facts, no evidence to support it, and I'm going to tell that to the magistrates. I shall also point out his excellent character. The fact that he's a householder, a family man, a man with strong community ties and so on. He's a classic case for bail.
Do you think he'll get it?
Well, the charge remains conspiracy to burgle, which is a serious one. If your husband were later tried and found guilty, it's likely that he would be sent to jail. So the magistrates will only grant bail under certain conditions. Which brings me to you, Annabelle.
Yes, I know. You phoned. It's all right. I haven't changed my mind.
Now, I can't know at this point what sums of money will be involved, but you must also be prepared to stand up in court and answer questions about your financial credibility.
I've written something down about my savings.
Good. The court may also ask about your general standing. They want to be assured that you're respectable. No convictions for dishonesty, for instance?
Richard!
Well, I know, my dear, but they do not.
Annabelle, if this is all too much...
No, it's all right. Please go on, Richard.
Mrs. Jackson, I'm going to propose that your husband reports to his local police station one day each week between the hours of 6 and 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but...
No, please, go on.
The boys? The boys will want to know where he's going.
Yes, I know, but I intend to offer this as a further condition of his bail. It says to the police that he won't abscond.
It meets them halfway, if you like. And I do seriously advise you to tell the children. Because if their father is allowed home each week, he will have to fulfill that weekly condition.
I don't see how if he works shifts.
Yes, well, you may find that his employers have something to say about that. Haven't they been in touch yet?
I took some letters into George. One came today, but I didn't open it because I thought he might be home.
Yes, I see. Well, let's leave that. Now, the point is that your husband will only get bail under these conditions. Now, if he should break them, Annabelle, if he didn't report to the police station each week, you would have to answer for it. You may be liable to a fine or even imprisonment yourself.
Imprisonment?
Oh, yes. She might have to forfeit the full amount of bail, and if she can't or won't, then she would have to go to prison. You do realise that, Annabelle, because you'll be asked about it in court, asked where you'd find the money and if you realise the full consequence of failing to find it, yes?
But you don't know how much?
It's not something I can know in advance.
An educated guess would be?
£500. That might be being a little optimistic. But when they ask you, Annabelle, in court, do you know what you're doing? I want you to sound as if you're sure. Are you? After all I've said, are you still certain that you really want to do it?
Yes.
I hope you'll let that reach the bench.
Yes, Richard.
Good.
Hiya.
Waiting for Loverboy?
We're meeting up with Duxie and Gizmo in town. Duxie's gone met these girls from London. We're showing them round.
Hands off, she's mine. Got no energy, have I? Been on overtime. Thought that was it. Did you get them seals done for us? Yeah, in there, left-hand side. Tar. Oh, Barry. Marie's been over looking for you. She's dead upset about George. He's up in court again this afternoon. Didn't you say you were meeting someone, Linda?
Yeah, today it's 3:30. We're meeting them at 4.
Look, I don't think it's a fight she wants. It's just about McCardle. You introduced him to George and that. Yeah, all right, I'll go and see her. Be good.
At least she brings her own chair with her.
Harold.
Well, we've only got 3, haven't we? It's just a good job, that's all.
Yes, but...
Afternoon. Déjeuner sur l'herbe.
You what?
Are you planning a picnic?
Well, Harold wants to, but I'm not so sure. I don't like flies and things blowing about.
I can just see the cake stand taking off.
Annabelle said that Gordon did very well in his exams.
Very pleasing. 2 A's, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Maths and computer studies. A year early, too.
Aye, aye. Don't know about flies. But look at this lot, we'll have a plague of locusts.
Now listen, mate, I know you're not a gardener, but I am, so there we are.
And there's a contribution to the tea.
Oh, Grace, you shouldn't have. Did you bake it yourself?
It's only my legs that don't work, you know.
Well, I must be going.
This is our next-door neighbour, Paul Collins. Ralph and Grace Hardwick. Ralph was on the railways as well.
I see. Look, Annabelle hasn't been back, has she?
Annabelle is Mrs. Collins. She's in court today.
She's not up in court. Edna doesn't mean she's being charged.
Oh, no, she isn't being charged.
I just wondered if she'd come back and then gone out again.
I haven't seen her.
We saw a taxi up the top, just about to drop someone off, if that's any help.
Could be. Thank you. Enjoy your picnic.
Paul! Could you just take this in with you? I'd like to have a couple of words with him.
Congratulations, if that's the thing to say. Evidently got your bail.
She was tremendous, Paul.
Annabelle?
Spoke up dead loud and clear, and I thought, well, when they bumped it up like that, I thought, that's it, there goes my chance. She's never prepared for that amount. But she took it in her stride. Never faltered a minute. Tremendous.
No doubt she'll tell me about it when she returns. Yes, well, I'm very pleased for you.
Tremendous.
bet it looks like a palace, eh? Bet you don't know what to do first.
Bath first.
I've put the immersion on.
You put that washing into soak?
It's only a few bits.
Got the runs. Nerves, I suppose. Had a job to make it a couple of times.
Those sort of things don't matter, George. I know you've not had a proper chance to wash, I know.
Do matter, though.
Come on.
She doesn't seem to mind him, does she, Dan?
She's gone off, yeah.
Not sorry, then.
What?
Not sorry with me and not her.
Not the way she talks.
I really love my gran. She died last year.
Gizmo!
He's bossing again!
Let's split.
Yeah, where?
Over there.
Yeah, but I'm not going to jump bail now, am I? So it won't even come to the point where it actually touches her pocket.
It sounds a lot, £1,000.
Give over. How much do you reckon Collins earns, eh? 13, 14 thou? Down sight more than my 8 thou, I can tell you.
You said you were going to open this, George. The one I think might be from work.
Look, I'm eating, aren't I? First decent scoff I've tasted in a week.
All right, but after you're finished.
Anyway, to get back to the bail, I reckon it was just down to one magistrate. That thin one in the middle, he looks an awkward beggar.
They made the bail £1,000 because of what you're charged with, George, and because the people you might be involved with, because it's such a serious offence.
Ah, go away.
It's true, there's no use running away from it.
Running away from it? Me? It isn't me who hasn't told the kids.
I couldn't, George.
Yeah, all right. But don't start accusing me of ducking out, not facing up to things. Fat chance I've had of that these last 7 days.
Do you think it's been such a picnic for me, eh? Do you? Oh, I know I said at visiting I'm fine, I'm doing great, but what do you think it was really like?
Oh, love, what are we doing? Here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's me. Oh, it's all right, love. It's all right.
Do you want me to go?
Please.
At last, I've been looking for you.
I haven't been avoiding you, Marie. It's just been busy, like.
Police had told me they want McCardle.
Yeah, I know.
If they knew where he was, they'd have picked him up.
Yeah, well, he's been through it hundreds of times. Busies won't be able to touch him.
Could you find him?
Behave.
That's not a lot of help to George.
Look, what I've come to say, Marie, is... I mean, I can't get involved in this. In case you bring up... Well, let's say I was involved before, but I'm not involved in this, like, honest.
You introduced us.
Yeah, right. But, I mean, I didn't know what McCardle had lined up. I mean, I doubt if he did, so... I mean, you walked right into it.
Coming dead choke from work. I needed to sound off that night. I could have talked to anybody.
He isn't anybody, George. He's a nutter.
I don't remember hearing that, Barry. I don't remember that being said.
Look, George, I didn't know you just come back from the warehouse, did I? I didn't know you talked to McCardle either. I was just coming in as you was leaving, remember?
All right, Barry. I've kept quiet till now. But if you knew the sort that McCardle was, and you know what he's like, it is possible to lead him on.
Oh, yeah, he was led on, all right. I mean, loose talk and a few beers is one thing, but to go and draw it...
Draw what?
Nothing. I mean, you know, to go and draw it out like that, to, George, you're a fireman. You should know better than to open your gob.
You know about the diagram. You know about it, don't you?
What diagram? What is it, George?
Shut up, Marie. How do you know about it, Barry? Come on, you tell me how you know. It hasn't even been mentioned yet. McCardle told you, didn't he, eh?
Look, I
McCardle
haven't even
told you.
seen him. I haven't seen him, George, all right? I don't know who I'm scared of. Most of Busy's or McCardle. I don't want either on me back. Honest to God, George, I don't.
And because of that, you'll let George go down.
Look, Marie, I know he isn't bent. But if they want to think he is...
I'm sorry, George. He's really dropped you in it.
Look, it's only a few plants, and if I don't get them in, they'll die.
But I don't even own the place. I can't allow it, can I? It's not legal.
You've been maintaining the lawn, all right?
That's different.
Is it, Eckers, like?
Harry, where are you going?
I'm going for the evening paper.
Well, you invited Grace. You can't just abandon her.
There's Ralph.
Yes, well, he's gardening. It'll be just me and her.
Well, what's wrong with that? She won't have any quarrel with you. I mean, you're not the other woman, are you?
Well, what am I going to do about these?
I'll stick them anywhere around the house, but stay clear of the bungalow.
They seemed a bit cross with each other.
That's because one of them is cross. Harold Cross, our next-door neighbour.
There you are. See how she thrives on an outing with me?
Oh, I don't think it's that. We have a real live heroine in our midst. That's what that glow's about. Or am I wrong?
You mean the business in court? The whole thing terrified her.
Sonia, I am here. I can speak for myself.
Preferably when Sonia's gone, thank you. You must see there are things to discuss. I mean, my wife has just stood bail for a sum she doesn't have. It is, in fact, my money she's promised.
How did you know about that?
Know what?
Well, that it was rather more than I expected.
Oh, I had it from the horse's mouth. Something George Jackson said.
Did he tell you how much?
Not the precise sum, no. I just gathered it was substantial.
£1,000.
Only 1,000. Really?
And from what I know of the matter, the chap would never break bail, so you've no need to worry.
Sonia, I've expressed a wish to discuss this with Annabelle alone. This really is none of your business.
I really do need to speak to Paul. I'm glad I came with you this afternoon, and thank you for the lift.
Your life would be easier if you had your own car, or if you borrowed a company car.
You party to all our affairs.
I'm afraid this really isn't helping.
Don't be selfish, love. That comes from me. She hasn't been complaining.
Annabelle, £1,000.
I know.
Think of this place when I get home.
The festival. Hate waving goodbye.
Why?
When you see a person and you wave them off, you're not knowing whether they'll return or not.
Oh, I think that's sad.
I wrote a poem once called Missing Person.
Say it then.
I am a missing person. I go missing on purpose out the room where I am.
Well, is that a poem then?
Teacher said it was.
All right, Roger McGough. Which way now then?
Spin us around. How about over there?
Yeah.
Grass widows with a vengeance. Oh, Ralph's nothing if not thorough. Still, I expect you know that.
Oh, no, I don't. Well, why should I?
Seem to remember you and him were very close at one time.
Wonder where Harold's got to. He's been gone ages. The paper shop's only round the corner.
He's probably sat down to have a read.
Oh, no, he wouldn't do that. He knows you're here.
That's why he's in no hurry to get back.
But he invited you in the first place.
Oh, I see. So it came from him then, did it?
Yes, Ralph.
That's all the geraniums in. I hope he's grateful.
I'll ask him.
Where have you been?
I stopped to have a read. Hey, Paul, have you seen this? Fireman released on bail. George Jackson, Brookside Close.
Any details?
Sub judice before the trial.
Oh, yes. Well, if you'll forgive me.
It's in here. Fireman released on bail. George Jackson, Brookside Close.
Here, let's see. Ooh. I wouldn't be leaving this about when your house buyers come round.
There's a point. That could put people off.
Oh, Harry, I never thought of that.
You know, this doing it yourself, well, that's fine, as long as it's all straightforward. But this could be a snag.
You tried to sell the house yesterday.
That doesn't count. That was the bungalow I showed them.
Yes, and how did they know about that? Through an estate agent.
Come on, we can argue while we're doing washing up.
That's typical. Can't keep still. You wouldn't think she was really bad last week.
I'll help.
Hey, Paul, what do you think about estate agents?
Necessary evil?
Necessary evil?
Necessary evil.
Your homemade lemonade, how nice.
She's not very old, is she?
One in the wheelchair? No. It's in the evening paper. Brief thing about George.
You're not still unhappy about it, are you?
Oh, Anna, if something should go wrong, how'd it look for me at Petrochem? It's been a rough ride, hasn't it? I tremble at the thought of anything spoiling it.
Oh, Richard says it's going to be all right. He's promised to mediate for me, speak to you in my defense.
Not short of allies, are you?
Sonia was talking in the car today about how she and Peter divide things up. About money, I mean. Trouble is, I'm financially dependent on you. I have to come to you cap in hand for my pocket money.
Oh, Anna.
That's how it feels sometimes.
Maybe we should put our heads together, see if we can't negotiate some improvement, eh?
I want to do something, Paul. Sonia and I visited an old lady today who's had to sell up and move out. And I thought, what a sad, lonely life. There she was, surrounded by lovely things, but no particular interest or occupation. Lucy's gone. Gordon on course for university. Probably want to leave Liverpool anyway. When he does, well, I'd like to be doing something by then.
Looking after me, pandering to my every whim, isn't good enough, eh?
Not anymore.
Choose this. This is my keepsake here.
Thought you'd choose the bus ticket.
Why?
And you can send me one. You can't if it's a stone.
Come down and get one then. Stones in our backyard.
In London?
Yeah. Come down and visit us, couldn't you? Stay with us. It's nice at home.
But mine's horrible.
Well, there you are then. Look, I'll talk to my dad tonight.
No, what we'll do is this. I'll pick him up from Betty's now and take him to the chippy and spell it out to him on the way back.
Won't sink in, you know. They're only kids. They won't understand what it means.
I don't know, when it comes to the comprehensive. You're gonna have to get down there and sort it out, Marie. Term will be starting soon.
It might still be all right for the private school.
Oh, no, love, it won't. Best withdraw them now before we get a letter from the head.
You opened it, didn't you, George?
One from work. Suspended. On full pay. Suspended just the same.
Well, that's all right. It'll leave you free to fight it.
I'm tired. Been up half the night. Some poor sod in the next cell hooting like an owl. Should have been in the bin. Hospital should never have been in there.
Never mind him, George. Some nutter. You shouldn't have been in there.
I'll tell you another thing, Marie. I never went near McCardle's club. All right, now, let's say the barman in the Swan saw me take some money from him. Right, fair enough for fire prevention work, I'll say. I was never seen near the place. I never went there, did I?
Oh, George.
Well, people get sent down for things they haven't done, Marie.
That's not gonna happen to you. You're out now and you're staying out. They've made enough mess of you as it is. Stop wringing your hands like that.
Yeah. Go for the kids. My livelihood up the spout.
You're only suspended.
Finished.